week 2 of Survivor 42. Our second vote, but our third person gets sent home tonight. I was wondering if we were going to see 2 tribes go to tribal council, but no, just one headed there. But let's check in with our tribes before we get into the nitty gritty of the episode. First, we have Vati, and the big news is they got a crab. It was kind of interesting because I think it was Jenny and Chanel just walking around, and boom, there's just no, I think I said the wrong person there. Just this crab just sitting there, and they kind of scoop it up, take it back to camp, cook it up for everybody, and then we see Hai. He's in the background and he's having this moral dilemma. He's a vegan and basically having to make the decision, do I eat whatever I need to eat while I'm on this show, or do I stick with what I believe, and that is to live a vegan lifestyle? You know, he has this dilemma, eventually decides, no, I'm here. I'm going to fully experience Survivor, and to do that I need to be at my strongest. So he is going to eat some meat. So it was an interesting little quandary that we saw Hai go through. You know, not something totally typical in terms of Survivor. You know, most of the time it is you eat whatever you can, but you know, it's not always that simple for everyone. Mike, he is the first person this season to find one of the 3-way shared immunity idols. This was kind of a fun / interesting twist last season, and it looks like it's going to be again. So now he's opened the idol, so he doesn't have his vote until all 3 of the secret phrases are said. But another interesting twist is Mike's really struggling to remember where he puts this idol. You know, he immediately lost it, hid it under a tree, and I'm just sitting there thinking, just throw it in your bag like everybody else does. Like everybody else who gets any sort of advantage, in the bag, never to be seen from again. But no, he's got to bury it in the woods behind a tree, can't remember which tree, can't find it. Eventually he did find it again, but we did have that amazing moment. And also it looked like in the preview that he loses it again next week. Jumping over to Taku Tribe. I very, very quickly realized I did not know anyone from this tribe. You know, we didn't spend much time with them last week. You know, we had the stuff with Jackson being sent home, but really didn't get to dive in deep with that tribe. So this is our first real look at all of them as individuals and what they are as a group. First impression, Marianne terrifies me with that machete. Like, she was just swinging that thing, and every swing I was like, oh God, like she's just gonna plunge that thing right into her foot. Thankfully, she didn't, but you could see the other tribe members even like trying to back away a little bit as she was wielding the machete. I very much liked that Marianne made the mat for Omar, just a kind gesture to give him something to prey on. We have Jonathan and Omar also emerging as the dynamic duo. I would say they seem like the 2 most connected people so far this season. Like, even watching, I fully believe that they have each other's backs, and that is probably a really good thing for them, because that should mean that they will be able to get to the merge. Jumping over to Ika Tribe, did not see much from them this week, but we did get like this starting of this girls alliance between Drea, Tori, and Swati, but very, very quickly Tori and Swati were already thinking about maybe Drea isn't the best person to keep around. Immunity and reward challenge. So this week First place gets immunity and a bunch of fishing supplies. Second gets immunity and a lesser haul of fishing supplies. And last place loses their flint and headed to tribal. This challenge was, at least the first half was pure chaos. It was one person calling out instructions to two connected pairs of blindfolded people. Everyone was close together, so you didn't have enough separation where your teammates could only hear the one caller. No, it was just pure chaos. It had people like going to the wrong obstacles in like totally wrong color, but eventually all teams got it sorted out. Ika and Taku got the lead in the first half, got to the puzzle first, but it did not matter because Vati caught up big time, both that last little stretch getting to the puzzle and solving the puzzle, and they go from last to first. Meanwhile, Ika and Taku, they were just absolutely neck and neck, and it looked like maybe 2 seconds difference between Ika tribe winning immunity and Taku headed to tribal. As soon as found out Taku was headed to tribal, Mariah was the very, very first name that popped into my head as someone that would be the easy target for them. It kind of seemed like the other four just had better connections. Like, I know Marianne's name was thrown about, and she is probably sitting at the bottom of that Taku totem pole, but I just don't see what the advantage was to sending Marianne home over Mariah, because Marianne just comes across to me as an extremely trustworthy person and someone who, if they have your back, is never going to stab you in that back. Marianne at tribal, like, did anybody else even talk? Like, she was just gone. She was in another planet. She was living this dream fantasy with her and Zach, winning Survivor. It was amazing. By another unanimous vote, though, Mariah gets sent home. Interesting, she used her shot in the dark, just like Zach did last week, but was not safe. That is a tough twist. 1 in 6 chance, very, very low odds that it works out in your favor. I don't think we're at the point where that vote really mattered too much. Like, it wasn't going to swing the vote either way, but still very, very interesting. So that wraps up week 2. Definitely enjoyed this a little more than episode 1. I felt like we just kind of got into it a little more. You spend so much time on night 1 wondering who the hell are these people, and I feel like we're just kind of getting a picture on who everybody is, and hopefully we'll have some people that will emerge that we can all cheer for. So that's going to wrap things up for tonight. As always, everybody, thank you so much for watching, and until next time, we will see you later.